Welcome! So this is an unusual, well not that unusual, but an unexpected video, or at least it was unexpected at the time for me to make before Christmas, or indeed at any time of the year really, because I've received this mailer here today from the United States of America, and I don't know if you'd class it as VCLT. Well, I would class it as VCLT. It's also kind of a contest win, if you can call it a contest. But this is from Mr. Norman Maslov. Now, Norman Maslov doesn't really need an introduction from me or anyone else on the vinyl community, really. One of the biggest channels out there when it comes to music, vinyl records, and in particular he's a Beatles expert. You know, he's just got so much knowledge about the Beatles and so much love for the group. I admit, Mazzy and I haven't always seen eye to eye. When I was really sort of progressing my journey in the VC a couple of years or so back, I found him sort of pretentious and kind of elitist. And that's on me, that's me kind of judging before I've got to know someone. But in more recent months, you know, we've chatted a little bit, mostly on Rachel's Ghost live stream that happens every day of the week, and a little bit in private messaging as well. And you know what, I've got a lot of respect for the guy now. He's passionate about music, particularly passionate about the Beatles. Politically, he and I share a lot of the sort of same ideals and principles as well. But the reason I've got this mailer here from Norman is, back on I think it was the 7th of December, he offered to send out a particular album that he had a duplicate of to anyone in that day's edition of Rachel's Ghost live stream who could write down in the chat the word that he had written on a piece of paper. So I'll just show you some of that now.
Can I give away a record
A
today?
giveaway, that would be a great, and can you make it for somebody? Send it to England.
It is a record that was sent to me. And it is sealed. It's from last April's Record Store Day. It's a sealed 2-record set expanded of Captain Beefheart Spotlight.
Oh.
Okay. I have a copy of this already. So I'm going to give away right here today on this show. How should we give this away? What does he want now?
Do the Groucho Marx thing and have a secret word, and whoever sends a secret word wins the record.
I've made my point, Mazzy.
Okay, I'm going to write a secret word down. How do you spell pusillanimous?
Pusillanimous.
Oh, I know what it is.
Okay, Rob.
Cure.
Cure. There you go. Rob, you won yourself a Beefheart. Congratulations.
Rob, if you want, assign it to someone if you don't want
I'm going to assign it to someone else.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah. My dyslexia saw cult and
Cure. Johnny Barnes says he said that ages ago. Let's go back in the chat.
Well,
right.
Hold
on.
I'm going back.
Jimmy Barnes said it ages ago. Please give it to Jimmy.
Okay, I'm going to look. I'm going to go back.
Jimmy, inbox me your mailing address on Instagram. We'll just give it to Jimmy. Wait a second, Jimmy. Do you want it?
Where's Jamie?
Why punish the guy?
No, I think it's a great record.
We're going back for Jamie comments.
And Jimmy, I'm sorry you weren't able, or maybe you weren't invited to meet you in London. I don't know if you would come to London in August when I was there. I would have loved to have met you.
And okay, here it is.
Oh, there's drama. There's more drama.
Hold on. I got to do this first. Okay, here we go, inbox.
Right there, between vote and dummy.
Mrs. Ghost vote. Jamie Barnes Cure. Patrick Sweden Gummy.
Yeah, I see it. I got it.
So there it is, right there. Cure. Barnes.
He's showing it. I got it.
Live chat, maybe.
I believe you.
Again, Mazzy caused massive disruption in BC.
Yeah, we have the evidence.
So yeah, it was a little bit confusing because it looked like me writing down Cure had ghosted, and even when I watched the replay back, I couldn't actually find my own entry into this contest. It was more like a raffle, really, weren't it? But fortunately, at the time when I was watching it live, I managed to take a photograph of me typing Cure in the chat, as you saw. And I did send that photograph both to Norman and also to Rachel because it was her stream. So it seemed only fair that there was at least a couple of people verifying that I wasn't just saying that I'd won it. I can't remember whether Rob the Waxed had said Cure before I typed it, or I typed it before he said it. I think I typed it before he said it, but what with the chat replay not showing everything, I guess we'll never truly know. But the proof is there that I did type it before anyone else. Anyway, Norman, thank you so much. This has not taken long to come at all. You've seen that there's a Captain Beefheart album in here. On the address label, it does say 2 times vinyl records. So I don't know if Mazzy has sent me something extra or not. Well, we'll find out in a sec, because I'm going to get this open. But as I say, from all the way in Seattle, which is where Norman lives, home of Starbucks coffee and Fraser Crane, to here in Derbyshire, England, this has taken not much more than a week. Now then, if there's anything to read in here, I might be struggling because I've not got my reading glasses with me and they broke yesterday, because I'll be going out very soon and getting a new prescription, and also looking for some temporary off-the-shelf readers as well. First thing in here is, oh, that's nice, little Strawberry Field postcard. It does have some writing on the back. I'm going to have to hold it at arm's length to read it. The gates of Strawberry Field Orphanage, Liverpool, just a short distance from the house John Lennon grew up in. From the Beatles England. Now, the Beatles England was a book that Norman Maslov co-authored with another chap some years ago. I've not read it. I've read quite a few Beatles books. It is one that I'm going to have to get on my want list at some point. I don't know if it's available on Kindle, Norman, because that tends to be how I have to read the majority of my books now. But thank you for that postcard, really nice. I think that's an empty mailer, apart from the customs declaration and stuff that's stuck to the front. So as I say, there'll be a Captain Beefheart album here, but it seems like there's something else as well. I'm just going to put that down because I'm not looking at it, because that's like a surprise thing. But here's the Captain Beefheart album. Apparently, according to Norman, it is one of his more accessible albums. I am very, well, I say very unfamiliar with Captain Beefheart. I do own a track by him on the New Order Back to Mind compilation, I think. I can't remember what it is, but I'll put it on screen if I remember to during editing. And also, I remember my dad talking about him a lot. I don't remember him playing him particularly when I was younger, but I think he must have done at some point, because he mentioned Captain Beefheart a lot. So he must have been at least a casual fan, if not more. But this is the Spotlight Kid, and it was a Record Store Day issue on Spotlight Clear Vinyl. I think it was this year's Record Store Day, or Norman said so. It's a gift, it's a record. I'll listen to anything at least once, and I'm sure that I'll find something to enjoy about this. So thank you, Norman. Right then, I want to have a look at this second item here, because I wasn't actually expecting anything. Oh, okay. This is Warren Zevon, or Zevon. Let me take it out of this protector that I don't know if it's the protector that goes with this. So this is just a bonus album that Mazzy has chucked in for me. Thank you for that, Norman. I really appreciate it. Warren Zevon, I know him. I feel like he was in a band, like quite a big band, and then this is a solo effort. And I'm kind of embarrassing myself now. Obviously, yeah, I consider myself a member of the VC, but my tastes can be markedly different from a lot of other people's. You know me, I listen to a lot of stuff that nobody else will touch with a barge pole, frankly. Probably a self-titled album. Can see that's produced by Jackson Browne. Of course, I know Jackson Browne. Just having a look at the track listing to see if there's anything that jumps out at me. There's a track called I'll Sleep When I'm Dead. I get the feeling maybe more than one act has written a song with that title or a similar title. There's also a song, the first one on side A actually, called Frank and Jesse James. There looks to be some famous musicians who are playing with Warren on this, such as the aforementioned Jackson Browne, Phil Everly, Lindsey Buckingham appears on Poor Poor Pitiful Me. Excellent. There again, not really familiar with him apart from I know his name, and I've probably heard stuff from him around and about over the years, but a nice bonus there. Thank you so much, Norman. Really appreciate you sending these out promptly. I don't win anything very often, so I suppose it's kind of VCLT really. Certainly this is, as I wasn't expecting this, but he was giving away his spare copy of the Captain Beefheart album, and then he sent me this nice edition, very nice condition, the sleeve. Certainly I'm not going to get any records out in this video to keep it moving along, but 2 albums there from Norman Maslov, and also lovely little Strawberry Field Orphanage postcard there as well. So thank you so much, Mr. Norman Maslov, for that. I really appreciate it. I'll get in touch with you very soon to let you know that everything's come, and hopefully I'll be able to reciprocate at some point. It'll feel a bit weird me sending VCLT to someone as prominent as Norman Maslov really, but hopefully he won't mind if I do that, and well, I might have his address on the label there. But with me managing without glasses, at least for the rest of this morning, it's difficult to tell, so I'm going to have to message him later once I can see properly again to do that, and ask if he would allow me to send him some VCLT in return. But thank you all for watching this, a bit of a different video from me today, and I want to say special thanks to my wonderful subscribers and generous patrons. I'm going to go now. Got 2 new albums to listen to. Well, this one certainly is new. This one, I get the feeling, isn't new as in it's a reissue or particularly very recent, but it's like new, it's near mint. This is Norman Maslov. He is just immaculate in his coffee making, in his sartorial style. He's got to keep every record that passes through his hands in fantastic condition. And it's a privilege that he's been able to send me a couple. So one more big thank you to you, Norman, for your generosity over on Rachel's Ghost earlier this month. And I will say my goodbyes now and hope that you will join me again for my next record collecting video. Cheers, everyone. See ya!